Hilda. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I'm good. It's nice to meet you. How's everything coming along?
Good, 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 good. Um, so I guess with me, my questions that I have for you, for this meeting would be number one is where do I start?
Sure. Okay, so what's your LSAT background, if any? What's your previous exposure?
Sorry. I graduated with legal studies degree in 2011. So it's been like over 10 years and I've worked in law firms since then. I worked in about four different law firms, so I'm like a paralegal slash legal assistant. Um, so I
Okay,
have,
like you're new to the LSAT?
yeah, I'm new to the LSAT. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So
Then
I've taken it two times.
oh, so you've taken it before. Did
Yeah, I've
you
taken
did
it
you
before.
what kind of prep did you do before?
I was reading a lot of books and I was listening to. So I think my mistake was like I did the LSAT prep on the LSAT.com. I did it like twice, and the timing wise wasn't good for me.
Hmm.
So that was I think my mistake there. And the strength wise, I didn't do more of that. And I felt like it was lengthy. It was a lot lengthier than I would prefer. Yeah.
Yeah, so it sounds like the LSAT is a long exam and the timing
Yeah.
is really tough. So I got the sense that you were mainly just doing practice tests without building the foundation first.
Yeah.
So inside my course, I have a whole section called foundational.
Okay. Okay.
That's to give you a strong foundation in each section of the exam. I break it down for you step by step, day by day. So you know exactly what to do and what not to do every single day over the course of your prep.
Okay.
So that gives you a daily study plan that you could follow. So I'd start there.
Okay. All right. And then the on online, I think I'm starting to listen to what is it called? All of your most of your YouTube things. Those are really I think it's more helpful because I haven't really had that like that breakdown to like where you're confused and you're like I'm going through it and I'm listening and I'm like okay that makes sense, but the books that you read is different when you're actually listening to somebody who's already been through it, done it before. So yeah.
I'm glad to hear it. That's the goal. That's why I put out what I put out. So the cool thing about the YouTube is that you can kind of, even if you're not like in the
Go
space
back and
where
yeah,
you're going to like do a
yeah,
full course lesson
yeah,
video, you can still get bits and pieces over the
yeah,
course of your day whenever you can fit the time in.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I
I think
saw
about
I heard in the background
it.
you got a little one over there. So
Yeah, I
I have a
do.
little one myself. I know it could be tough. How
Yeah.
old?
I have a four and a two.
Okay, I have a two. So I know it's tough. I mean, kudos to you for fitting it. I know it's not easy.
Yeah, it's not easy at all. Yeah. So yeah, and I work full time as well. So right, today to Wednesday I work from home, and then Thursday, Friday I go into the office until the office opens. So yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so just fit in. No, don't try to place too much pressure on yourself to do everything all at once. The else it's a big thing, and you
Yeah.
can get there over time. So even if you could only do like 10 hours a week and you just
Yeah.
squeeze it in where you can while they're napping or something or bed for
Yeah.
the night,
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
do it where you can.
Yeah.
And my schedule, the day by day breakdown is meant to be only 10, 15 hours a week.
Okay.
And so, just break it down day by day. If you do that
Okay.
day's work, it's a win. And if
Hmm.
you don't do everything that was laid out for that day, you could always make it up later. So it's more important for the level of specificity about what to do than
Okay.
exactly whether it's Monday or Tuesday or day one or day two or anything like that.
Okay. All right. Okay. So what do you recommend, like with me and that kind of um pressure, I say pressure and the busy life that I have, like what kind of schedule? I know you said 50 to 20 weeks. I think I was doing more than 50 to 20 weeks, and I think it was just overwhelming me. So maybe that's why it was so much for me to remember. So what kind of schedule do you I saw I think I read one lady's email where she said the scheduling really worked for her. And I was wondering, like with my schedule, with my busy life, what kind of schedule do you recommend?
Yeah. So just like 10, 15 hours a week. If you can
Okay.
do more, great, but don't feel like you have to.
Okay.
And fit it in where you can. So
Okay.
while they're napping,
Yeah.
after they go to bed for the night, the days that
Yes.
you go to the office,
Yeah.
if you have a little bit of time, like before the workday starts, if you could get there a little bit early or
Okay.
during lunch, or
Okay.
if there's any downtime or quiet time at work, or at the end of the workday before you go home,
Mhm.
let's say the office is like you're off the clock at 5 or 6 or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe you could stay till 6 or 7 and do an
Definitely.
hour, because once you get home,
No,
it's
I
not
can't.
going to happen, right? So you got to
Definitely.
squeeze it where you can.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. Okay. All right. That works for me. Okay. All right. And then I want to take it in November. Do you think it's too short of a notice, or should I stretch it to December?
November is a good timeline. That gives you roughly 4 months.
Okay.
You could do a lot between now and then.
All
And
right.
then you just, as it gets closer, you see where you're at. If you're achieving where you want to be as the November LSAT rolls around, great, take it. If you're not where you want to be because things got busy in the meantime, that's fine. You could always postpone. There's no LSAT in December this year. The next one's January. So you could take it in January, and that's fine. You could still apply this cycle. January is right on track.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And I think I was worried about the ranges that when I first took it, I think I was in the low 30s. I do want to do, I'm actually looking for, because with my schedule, I would be going for the night program, which is,
Mhm.
it takes longer than 3 years. It's like 4 years. So that's what I'm actually looking to do. Does it
Great.
matter the range of LSAT scores, or?
Yeah, so it's typically, I'm glad you brought that up, because it's actually a little bit easier to get in for part-time programs and evening programs on average. I would talk to them and ask them just to see what they say, and based on like if you give them a little bit more info about yourself, like your GPA, your work experience, and all that, you'll see like they'll tell you, hey, like if you can get this LSAT, you're probably good. Versus you need to get a little bit higher wherever it's going to be. But yeah, the medians that you see for a school are going to be typically a little bit different when it's an evening program or like a 4-year versus a 3.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I will do that. Okay. All right. And then I guess my word was, where do I start? So I guess I'll go back to listen with the foundation and.
Yeah, go to the foundational section, because that'll give you all the study plans, the breakdowns, and give you the basics so that you know the ins and outs of each section, each question type before you're getting into the full sections and full exams, because you got to build that foundation first.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. I think I don't have any more questions unless you have any advice for me.
No, it's all in the course. It's all in the course. Just check out the foundational section. That'll be your best starting point.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very
Awesome, Hilda. Of course, it was great to connect. Just keep in touch. Let me know if you need
much. I will.
anything.
Thank you.
Thanks for tuning into the show. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already to be notified of new episodes as I release them. And feel free to reach out if you need anything at all as you move forward with your prep. I'm happy to help however I can. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.